everyone, Miss Roth back. Today I have a pretty awesome science experiment that I just tried myself and it was amazing how cool it turned out. So now I'm going to share it with you. So first I'm going to put on my safety goggles because I have a bottle of water here and some food coloring. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of food coloring to the bottle of water, no more than 3 drops because it doesn't need to be too much. Let me turn it so you can see. 1, 2, and 3. It's really neat to watch it as it disperses in the water. Take a look. Now the fun part is definitely shaking it and getting it to evenly distribute. So if you noticed, I only put the food coloring in one of the bottles. Both of these are going to end up in my freezer. I'm going to put them in there and I'm going to set a timer for about 3 hours. Now the time that you do varies depending on the power of your freezer and how cold you have it in there. For mine, 3 hours worked perfect. You might have to do a little bit of trial and error, but the end result is awesome. So I've just put the water bottles in the freezer. They're laying flat. Now the next step is for me to set my 3-hour timer. Alexa, set a timer for 3 hours.
3 hours, starting now.
Thanks, Alexa. But what am I gonna do for 3 hours? Okay, so it's been 3 hours and I just took the water bottles out of the freezer. As you can see, they're still in liquid form. But watch as I add a little bit of outside pressure or an outside just action. So I'm going to take the bottle, I'm going to bang it on the table just really quick and simple. As you see, that's the ice forming inside the bottle, working its way down, taking it from the liquid form and making it a solid. Now, it worked when I did it without the dyed water. Let's see what happens with the dyed water. So watch closely as I take the blue dyed water and let's see what happens. Changing from liquid to a solid just like that. How cool! So it's really important for me to let you know that this did not work out perfectly for me. I had put a total of 4 bottles into my freezer. 4! And yet only 2 of them were ready for the experiment. 2 were already frozen when I took them out, which could happen for a couple different reasons. Maybe they were a little too close to the top of the freezer. Maybe their water solution was impacted differently based on the food coloring. I'm not fully certain, but it gives me a chance to trial and error. Now I see I've made a mistake. I've done my trial. I know what my error is, and I have to adjust it going forward. That's awesome. We always need to remember that we can learn from our mistakes rather than getting upset about them. Another thing I should mention is why this happens. So what happens is I add an outside force. That causes the liquid water to release all of the heat that it was holding onto, keeping it in that liquid state. And the net result is that the water is now at freezing point, which for us is 32 degrees Fahrenheit, but for people using the metric system is 0 degrees Celsius. Let me know what you think, and if you have any questions, bye!